welcome everybody to another live stream here on Terrace TWDC's YouTube channel. We are live streaming some more Satisfactory 1.1, and in the last live stream, I was working at gathering up all of the Caterium available on map. I have all of that Caterium now gathered. There is 15,000 Caterium per minute is what I'm currently harvesting on the planet here. And the goals during this live stream is I'm going to start working towards we're going to be converting it into bauxite. We're going to build some converter factories and try to convert all 15,000 into bauxite and see how many bauxite we get out of that. So let's head over to the game window. And I got to build a little area here that we can set up a blueprint designer so that we can design. I started playing around with a blueprint for the converter build, and I just want to see kind of how that's going to lay out, how much of the Caterium it's going to be consuming per layer of the factory build that we're going to work on. It's not going to be anything like fancy. It's going to be more function over form. And of course, we're going to avoid doing any clipping or anything like that because I absolutely hate clipping. But as you can see here, I do have all of the Caterium is all coming down here now. There are, 12 lines of 1,200 items per minute and one line of 600 items per minute. They're all being dumped into awesome sinks as we start working towards, building our ultimate screw factory is what the ultimate end game is going to be on this. So that's what I'm working on right now. And yeah, I'm going to get a platform done here so that we can get the blueprint designer up. If you haven't yet, reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, ring the notification bell so you can be notified when we are posting a new video and everything. So okay, I'm already making a mess of the foundation layout here. And I seem to have gone beyond what the other little platform that I built for. Oh well. I should have plenty of room now here for the blueprint designer. You know what? I'm going to build this right out too, instead of having a little jog in there. And of course I missed a spot. Done. Okay, blueprint designer. We're just going to throw the large one down here, and then we're going to load up the one that I was working on earlier. Converting. This is a Caterium to bauxite converter. It's only like 4 converters in total. So what is the input set at this? So we have it maxed out at this is 200% overclocking, which requires 300 Caterium and 20 reanimated SAM. What we have in total here of all the SAM ore, we have a total of 5,100 reanimated SAM that's being manufactured here right now. So we're in good shape. We got 1,200 there. We should have 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, and then down here there should be a little bit of leftover of 300, which works out to 5,100 in total. So we got more than enough SAM for everything that we want to be able to do, because we only have to build like 12 sections of this, because if my calculations are correct, each floor is 600. That means one of these stacks is one conveyor's worth. So if we stack this 12 high, we've got everything that we need. And then what does that make? That makes 480 bauxite. So we're going to have to do some creative conveyor work to be able to make sure that we're getting all the bauxite ready for making our aluminum factory. Of course, we'll just dump it into awesome sinks right now. And then after we get all the Caterium converted, coal is the next step, because there is, I'm just going to throw down another converter here. Where was that? What would that be under? Is that what was that under special? No. Production? No. Power? No. Logistics? No. Organization. Transport. Where the hell's the converter? Okay, I've clearly built one already. Why am I not seeing? Oh, it's right here in productions. Okay, there we go. So the next one we'll have to do is for bauxite conversion is copper. And of course, we're going to be summer slooping the max out of them. And I'm going to guess it's probably going to be another 200% on those as well. No, that gets us to 240. So what is 1200 divided by 240? Yeah. So that would be 5 converters. Okay, that's doable. And then how much? That's still using the same amount of reanimated SAM. I think we've got way more reanimated SAM that we're actually probably going to need, but it will do for what we need for now. Okay, so let's delete this out. I can't. I got to unload it first. What does this say we're taking? Yeah, reanimated SAM in, Caterium ore in, and then on the output side, we've got reanimated ore out because we're only going to be using 80 for one of the conveyors. So we'll have to make sure that we're not backing that up at all. And then we're going to have to be creative with the output side of the bauxite. So I didn't build any output on this at all, just because I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like yet. So let's unload this. And we will delete it. I think I'm just going to stack up these. We'll just have one great big huge tower and then logistically figure it out from there. So we're going to throw down a blueprint. Converting. How far over do I want to come with it? I think just to here. It is tricky to lay these down properly. There we go. I think we got that lined up. So the first line of Caterium will end up coming like this. We'll give it a 90-degree quick turn. And Caterium in. I think I'll bring it right over. Oh, in the way. So that is our Caterium input line. Just going to load up the Caterium now. I've got some Caterium in my inventory. That way I could just make sure everything's running at 100% while I throw it in. Okay, that's good enough. And then next is going to be reanimated SAM. Well, if we're 80 per line. So let's look at, we have 12 conveyors times 80, 960 is what we're going to need. So I'll just pull this line off here. We'll end up redirecting this one. Actually, what's going to be the best bet for this? Probably coming out this way. You know what? I'm even going to move that out to about here. Each one of these is going to be a little bit kind of... Well, no, this one conveyor is going to handle all of our reanimated SAM requirements. So I just have to make sure that we keep... I'll have to delete this out and it'll move up to the next level. And not interfere with the other Caterium line that we're going to be bringing in. Valis, welcome to the stream.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's the plan? The overall plan of everything that I am building here is going to be the absolute ultimate screw factory. I am pushing for north of 10 million screws per minute is what I'm going after, just because. No real logistic reason why. Probably because it's one of the most useless things that you can build in this. And so that's kind of what we're going after on this. So I'm going to delete this here because that is going to end up having to go to the next layer. So that's the first line of 12 for our Caterium. Blueprint designer. We might have to do the output, kind of deal with the output at the same time. Okay, so while that finishes building, look at the next line of Caterium running over. Okay, so we don't want to interfere with that. But what we can do is come this way. I'm going to delete out the Caterium input sign because I know that that's what's going to go in there. What am I using the Caterium for? I'm converting all the Caterium into bauxite so that we can make more aluminum than what the game can do. I've already gathered... where am I at here? I already have all of the aluminum, or all the bauxite is currently being just dumped into an awesome sink right now. So using converters, I'm going to convert Caterium into more bauxite. And then I'll go and gather all of the copper ore that's out there, convert it into bauxite. Those are your 2 bauxite recipes that are available in the converter. To be able to get us as much bauxite as we can. And then eventually we'll turn all that bauxite into alumina solution. And then from there into scrap aluminum. And then from there into aluminum ingots. And then from there into steel beams. And then from there, we'll make steel screws. We're going to have a lot of screws. And then we're also going to have to make those steel beams, we're going to need petroleum coke for it. So we're going to be going out and harvesting all of the petroleum that's out here and making as much petroleum coke as we can. And then we'll just awesome sink the polymer resin that's going to be left over from that. I actually did a... Let me add an image here. I'm also going to throw some background music on because when I alt-tab out, it's like deadly quiet. And I don't want that for you guys. So we're going to throw some music. Just watch your ears initially because it's going to get like loud. And then it goes down to the right volume. So let's open. There we go. Now it's down to a normal. I don't know why the media player, it brings it up to max volume and then it turns it right back down again. It's kind of dumb the way Windows does things sometimes. But I am going to add a image here. We're going to add a source. I want to grab a image. And it's going to be a new image. And it's the to-do list. Because I did the to-do list. I just have to remember where I saved it now. Where did I put it? I'm not seeing it where I thought it should be. Is it just under that directory? Let's switch that to large so that I can see it. There it is. Open, done, and I'm going to move that, and I'm going to slide this down below my cam so that my cam doesn't block, and then move it over a little bit and shrink it a little bit. Okay, so here is the to-do list of everything that I need to do. So bauxite nodes gathered, we have that done. SAM nodes gathered, we have that done. We've made the reanimated SAM. That's all done now. Caterium has, where the Caterium ore has all been gathered. now we've got the convert the Caterium to bauxite. And then after that is going to be the copper nodes gathered and copper converted into bauxite. And then oil nodes gathered and refined into heavy oil residue. And then we're going to craft alumina solution and then craft petroleum coke from the heavy oil residue. And then craft some scrap aluminum. And then we're going to deal with the wastewater from making that scrap aluminum. And then aluminum ingots, steel beams, and steel screws. And then after all that's done, we've got iron nodes to gather. We're going to craft them into pure iron ingots. We've got coal nodes to gather, craft that into steel ingots. Then craft that into steel beams, and then craft that into steel screws. And then there's going to be a bunch of iron rods left over that won't be able to get made into steel beams for that. So we will end up then crafting rods and then crafting screws from rods with the traditional recipes. So that is kind of our to-do list that we've got to work on. And we've got, what is it there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 items are done. Now we got to work on item number 5 in my overall scheme of things that I'm building. So slooping anything, everything is getting, I'm not going to live by the, you only get 100 sloop. So I've spawned in sloop. So I'm going to be slooping everything that can be crafted. Everything that I can use sloop for is going to get sloop. So I'm either going to make 10 plus million screws per minute, or I'm going to crash the game. One or the other is going to happen. I'm hoping I'm not going to crash the game. I'm hoping my system will be able to handle it, but we'll kind of go from there. Why did that not clip? There we go. Click. Okay, so we've got to go from this height. We're going to bring down another conveyor line here. It will get huge. Right now, everything's kind of, it's just kind of okay right now. Like the scope of the project isn't massive at this point, but it will get to a point where it's going to be kind of ridiculous. Okay, I gotta back that up some because that's not clipping in there properly. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with an elevator hole. Ooh, not there. Elevator hole here. And then, am I going to be able to pull this off? Is that going to work? Can I turn it to there? Oh, that's not going to let me do it either. Okay. Now, can I place the elevator hold? Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. Things are working. Oh, we need another elevator hole here. Make sure that lines up. I'm trying to avoid clipping where I can. I guess I could have come out one line on that. You know what? I'm going to. I keep breaking it, rebuilding it, because I want to try to make it look as seamless as it can be. So we're going Caterium here. And that can't be a straight. That's got to be a default curve line there. So you're just trying to catch up with the whole thing. Yep, I understand. Okay, that looks a little better. That's not as clippy as it was. That's in the wrong spot. Of course, I only get a couple of hours a day to work on projects like this because got like a regular 9 to 5 and everything. So going to try to not drag this process out too long, but I figured I had to do these live streams because there's no way I could have got away with, for the length of time it's going to take to do this project, it's going to be my next video that I'm putting up on my channel. And if I waited until I had that, it would have been like 3-4 months down the road. It's going to be nuts. So hopefully it doesn't take that long, but it could, right? Like real life happens, so. Everything is going to be built with manifolds using smart splitters. I use smart splitters for everything to make sure that everything is getting loaded to where it needs to go. And yeah, that's kind of really the only way you can do this is running with load balancers or with smart splitters, not load balancers, and try to fill up conveyors and machinery as you go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as Caterium in. This here is Sam, so I've got to... Reanimated Sam has to go in on this one. Oh, it's going to be way more than 100 machines. Okay, why does that... Oh, that's because I put it in the wrong spot. Like, why doesn't that clip in? Okay, so reanimated Sam should move up to the next row. Gonna bring it down from the top and then clip it in. There we go. You're running load balancers all the way. That's just a lot of extra conveyors and everything. That's a lot of conveyors and a lot of splitting and a lot of merging and trying to get numbers and everything right. Kudos to you for doing it with load balancers, though. Okay, so do I have everything accounted for here? So we've got Caterium in, we have reanimated Sam in. Okay, we're going to start dealing with a little bit of the outbound logistics on this. So we are going to throw down a smart... or a priority merger here. The priority mergers are amazing. I love them. Best thing that they ever added to this game. Okay, so that should be 480 times 480. Nope, not times. Plus 480. 960 that were there. Now we're going to have to grab a smart splitter on this one, because this one's going to have to split a bit. And I think we're building another row out here to manage the output logistics. So that's coming out this way. And then that needs to merge with... Okay, we're going to do a little loop here. I think we'll go there. I just want to make sure that this is going to work. So, priority line in. This is coming out. priority in feeding off of that. This is going to be a 900, or that's going to be a 1200 item per minute line out. So that should be our 960s coming up. It's merging with another 480 line. So 960 plus 480 minus 1200. This is... $240 items per minute. And I'm just going to mark this down so that I kind of keep track of the math as we're doing this. 240 IPM of bauxite. Okay, so that should be how the outbound logistics are going to look as we move along. This now is a 1200 item per minute line. Where do I want to run this line to? And then not interfere with other products that are going to be coming along. I guess technically we could just throw an awesome sink here. No, special and awesome sink. And will that fit directly in there? Nope, I gotta back that up a bit. I think just one notch it had to go back. Okay, so that will end up getting bauxite dumped into it. All right, I think it's plugging along. So now we got to deal with the logistics on this end. Oh, and I need to make sure that priority is set up on this. We will. Yeah, I mean, either way, it's going to take all the materials. So I'll just leave the priority as the middle line. Come up to this one. Okay, so what do we got here now? We got 240 plus 480 plus 480. Oh, hey, that's 1200 bang on. Okay, this just got a lot easier to deal with. I can live with this. So we're just going to throw another awesome sink here. Okay, hold on. Is there a better way that I can do this to... No, I think this is still the best way to do it, because then I always end up with a prioritized line. I don't want a, I ran into issues before where if you didn't set priority lines in using the priority splitters, then because the conveyors alternate back and forth, left, right, or whatever input, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it'll always be an equal pull from each side. So then you end up starving out one line and having too much in another, and it just doesn't. So having the priority one in here makes sure that the full line is always running, and then it only takes from this line when there's a gap. And if there's a gap, then it'll feed it. But there's always a priority that's being fed. So we want to make sure this line never pauses or hitches for anything This line can hitch as much as it wants because it will overflow out that way, of which I need to make sure that this is set to that's any and this is overflow. So then we'll always end up with the 240 heading that way. This will be 240 heading that way. And we can prove that by putting in the little conveyor speed doodads here. Actually, I won't do this one. I'll do this one here. This way I can verify that what is going up to the next one is that 240. And then we're throwing another awesome sink up here that is going to feed this one. Nice. And then we'll have to do the whole split thing again, because this will be another line going this way. So we'll throw up another one of these bad boys. Priority loaded. And just for ease of use and enough room to make sure everything is here, and then we'll just 90 degree out with that one. So that is 480. 480 is 960 again. And then we will smart split this one. Which is any out that way and overflow this way, which is the 240 items per minute again. Which we do need to add this other little row here. So the reason why I put these little loops in, I ran into this when in my last video when I was converting all the iron ingots into or all the iron ore into iron ingots and trying to merge all the lines together. If you didn't leave enough of a buffer of ingots, when this priority merger they had open space and called for items coming from this conveyor, if it was just a short little conveyor run and it needed more than what it was pulling, it would end up starving out and you wouldn't get your 1200 items on here. So I create this little loop in here just so that there's a buffer built in here so that this would always have the materials available when it needed it. I guess side note is we could always put like a storage container or stuff in here, but that would just be really huge, and where a little loop is kind of all you need, because it's not like it's ever going to call for 240 items all at once. It's going to be a break in there every time. Okay, so where are we at with this one? I need to priority merge this one again. And then we're dealing with that loop again on this one. I don't know if I've got enough room here to do it, because this is going to have to feed in this way. Let's move this down. I was going off the wrong side of that. That's not going to help. You know what, on this one, we're going to spin this. Try to give us a little bit more room here. Quick reminder, everybody, reach out and hit the like button on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you can be notified when I have another live stream or a video being posted. Okay, your priority is coming in on this side. Okay, so what does this look like now? Where is that conveyor going to be? That should be enough of a loop, I think. Any and overflow. Priority is center. And then we will awesome sync this right here. And that should go like that, because that should be another 240 items per minute. And then we will have to build another on top here. Okay, that should be all of the logistics. Man, that's fugly. But I guess it'll work. It does the trick. Again, I'm doing form over function, or no, function over form. I want it to work. Doesn't necessarily need to look pretty. Okay, let's build the next factory up here. Okay, so now I need to be a little bit more creative with the Caterium input line. We're going to I'm going to start bringing it down this way. That one was right there before. So we are going to come over to that and straight down from here. So what does this look like if I do this? And then we conveyor this out and around. 90. How much is this going to affect this? I think I can get away if I put the conveyor hole. Does that still clip? Yes, it does. Excellent. Okay, so we can bring this down and it still clips. Perfect. Okay. Then this will reach a limitation there that we don't want to deal with. So we'll come out to this. And we're going to throw a conveyor hole right here. And then take advantage of the conveyor hole glitch. If you didn't know about the conveyor hole glitch, if you put a conveyor hole at the top and a conveyor hole at the bottom, you can run the elevator as long as you want to it, as long as they're both conveyor holes that you're connecting to. And then you don't have to worry about stopping every once in a while. It will connect it. You don't have to worry about the run length of your elevator. And then this one is going to be right there. Okay, so that's Caterium line number 3 that's feeding in up to the, what is it, the 5th and 6th floor of our little tower here. Caterium and reanimated SAM is going in. All is right in the world. Now we got to deal, like the input side of this is so much easier to deal with than the output side. Okay, so we are going to prioritize this line. That's going to feed in. We're going to throw a conveyor hole right here. And then bring this down. And then this one should be able to go like right here. Priority left side. And then we are throwing in another awesome sink. And that should be exactly 1,200 items again on bauxite. So we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 full conveyors of bauxite off of 3 conveyors of Caterium is what this is working out to so far. This is good. It is working. I'm just going to throw some Caterium in these again. Just to make sure they're full. It'll just make things fire up a lot faster when we go to turn everything on. Lord knows I got a pile of it in my inventory right now. Oh, you know what? No, that's not true. Because there's actually... It's 3 full conveyors plus 960. Priority merger. We're going to throw this right here. And that's merging out that side. Perfect. Okay, so that's 960 there, and then the next floor we will deal with. It's going to be a pretty tall build by the time we get it all said and done. Okay, let's throw the next layer in. Blueprint. Caterium to bauxite blueprint. And we want it to face the right way. Done. Okay, so this one was right there. We are going to shift it to, that one can be deleted. We're going to put another conveyor hole down here. And we should be able to easily... Oh, I got to delete that out. Alrighty. Conveyor number 4. Thank God for blueprints, man, because this would take so long to have to... I mean, even though it's just laying down 4 factories and a few splitters and stuff, it just is so much easier to not have to worry about that. That part's already thought of. You're really only dealing with the output logistics on everything. And that'll be the SAM ore going in. Perfect. Yeah, we're definitely going to have lots of SAM ore. That's not going to be a problem at all. Okay, Caterium input is done. We're now going to fix the SAM input, and we can actually put that right back close again now. This can be deleted. Reanimated SAM's going in. If I click on it properly. Okay, input is done. Output side, yeah. That's coming this way to a splitter here. Smart splits. Okay, we're going to conveyor hole it up from... Nope, no we're not. What are we going to do here? What's going to be done differently? Yeah, we're gonna go this way with this. Just to about here. Turn that back to straight. Or not straight, default. If you do a short 90 with it set up as straight, it doesn't do it. It won't do it properly. It has to be default for this short little 90. It's kind of weird how that works out that way. Okay, what are we after now? We need a priority merger. This one is a little trickier to deal with. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. I think we're going to turn it again this way. Priority merger. And we're going to put the conveyor hole on this side. What a mess for logistics on this. And we'll 90 degree that. So that is 960 items coming up to here, merging with any out that way, overflow this way. Then we are going to throw our awesome sink up. Not there. That's not right. Right there. Okay, so that should be, if I have this set right, priority in that side, 240 items this side. That'll be 1,200 items going out of there. We are cooking. Okay. Do I even need the priority merge? No, I don't need a priority merger on that one. I need it on... Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because there's 240 items coming out of there. Logistics. Priority merger. And then this should be another 240 line here, or 1200 line. Go once. Looking at this, we are priority on the right. And that'll be 1,200 items. Perfect. Okay. So 240, 640, 720. And then 800, 1,200. Yep, that's right. Okay, I got the maths right on it. And then this line is just the next start of the next build. So what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full conveyors of bauxite plus 480. And we are 4 of the 12 full conveyors that we're dealing with. Next, we're going to build another one on top again. Blueprints, bauxite conversion. Okay, so we're not at this one. We're not at that one. We are... I think right there is our next one. Yes, that is correct. You know what? I might as well just leave this one floor here. Eventually, we might have to move up to this one as we start getting higher up on our conveyors here. Okay, Caterium in. Okay, that should be conveyor number 5 goes all the way up. That is our input taken care of for there. We do the same thing again with the reanimated SAM. Okay, input done. For conveyor number 5, now we gotta, of course, rinse repeat on the output side. Yeah, it would have been way too hard to try to have an output built on this that would merge all the conveyors together properly. So we'll priority merge this way. Mark 6 conveyor it in. I just always use the Mark 6 conveyor. I know there's probably some benefit to splitting it up a little bit, but this way I don't ever have to worry about a line waiting for something to be filled. It's only going to pull the items as it needs it, or move the items as it needs it, so I don't see the real benefit to changing conveyor speeds when you're dealing with manifolds. Just always having it maxed out. Okay, where are we at with that now? That is 480, 960, and then this is where we get into that whole splitter thing that we got to do. Smart split it out. Any and overflow. And then this goes that way. You know what, I'm going to do this again too. I got to remember to swing these around. No, that's a priority merger I got to put there. Priority on the left. "90° in," and I think we have enough room that I can... It's the first time I've actually got any clipping happening from the stupid antenna on the Awesome Sync. Pretty sure. At least the radar doesn't hit, but the antenna sticks through the floor. Oh well, it is what it is. So again, this straight line is priority. This is the overflow line going in. And then that is going out. I'm glad there's no waste byproduct when you're doing conversions, because that would make the logistics even worse to deal with. It's going to be hard enough dealing with the alumina solution when we have to deal with the wastewater from that manufacturing. I think it's when we make the scrap aluminum, you end up with wastewater. And I'm just going to combine that with sandstone to be able to make, I think it's like wet concrete or something like that, or it's one of the alternate recipes. I can't remember offhand what it is, but... Okay, what are we prioritizing? This one is priority this way. This one is priority this way. And another Awesome Sync. So how many conveyors is that now? That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bauxite from 5 Caterium. That's all right. I can live with that. Make sure that I'm still got materials happening. I still got some power shards. I still got lots of... I got lots of summer sloop, whatever you want to call it. Let's fill these up. Did I fill these ones? I did not. But I think they are after that. They are. I'm not worried about topping up the reanimated sand because I'm going to have... It's only going to be a total of like 900 and something, and we got 1,200 items per minute, so we don't have to kind of wait for one to fill up. It'll fill them all up pretty quick. Oh, we caught up to our conveyor highway now. So there's our bauxite, our SAM ore, and our Caterium. I'm just double checking everything, make sure I didn't screw up. It looks like that is one full tower worth. Like now we'll rinse and repeat the exact same, or are we? Are we going to rinse and repeat the exact same step? Yeah, it is. We'll just rinse and repeat the next process because we're starting with a brand new. The first converter is the first line. Well, let's add in for conveyor 6. Blueprint. I don't think build height's going to be an issue. Nah, it shouldn't be. Conveyor holes. Okay, so the center was the last one, so we're going to be here this time. Delete that out. $90 it. I can actually delete all these signs too. The signs were just there as a placeholder so that I remembered where things were going in where. On the build. Okay, where are we? We're here. Okay, I gotta put the other conveyor hole down here and attach it. Okay, so this is the just under halfway point. Because of course we also have to deal with the 600 items per minute that are on this top line. Of which, I wonder if I can overclock one of those two. No, we'll still just split it. It'll be 2, because it's 300 each. So we'll only build like half of the floor. While I'm here, I'm going to put this floor hole down and we can delete out this one. So that's the Caterium input line done. We got to do the SAM ore now, or the SAM, reanimated SAM. When I built the blueprint, I wasn't sure how the reanimated SAM was going to be moving through everything. That's why I had this like little output conveyor that was set up with it. Okay. That's the input side done. Priority this way. So that's your 960. So I got to do the splitter line next, which is this one. I just need to come down to that very first one again and just double check my work. Okay, so we went out, up this way. Yes, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't connect this one to the splitter somehow. I wanted to make sure I did it right. Of which we can still do this. Okay, do I have this priority merged right? You're going in, that's fine. This is output to priority merge. That way. Out any, and this is our overflow side, which is already set up right. Oh, so they're going, why is it not working right? And it's because I elevated it. Okay, any, and that is overflow. That is off center. Priority in there. So this should be, oh, that's for the next row. Okay, I gotta get my awesome sink put up here. $1,200 items in. Conveyor number 9 of bauxite. I'm sure there's probably a more compact way I could have built this, but I know, actually, maybe not, because I don't know in a blueprint designer if I could have had like 2 of them facing each other and still had enough room to build everything with the logistics. And then, oh man, dealing with the output side would have been way worse to deal with. What did we decide? This one's conveyor hole was at the end, right? Throw our 90-degree in there. That's getting to be a long elevator run there. Okay, that should be conveyor number 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reanimated SAM inputs. It's actually not taking as long to build as I thought it was going to. Which is good, because it's a... Wait, why is that not clipping in? Wait, what? Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. You need to be right here. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, input side for that is all done now. And then you are output with a priority coming in from the right. And our awesome sync. Another 1,200 items. Okay, so this side is going to be... priority merge this way of a left-hand priority. Okay, so that should be that this next one is the splitter that we got to put in. That's just a regular splitter. I need the smart splitter. Priority. Overflow. Priority. And we're just going to build this back this way, but we're going to do it as default. And then our overflow is out that side. I don't have any more there. So we're coming out that side. So now I got to build, and this is again where we end up with that clipped antenna. I'll live with it. 1,200 items per minute. Priority is right. Overflow is coming that way. Overflow out that way. Next. Next. Man, this game is amazing. That didn't delete like I... Oh, it just took out the post. Okay, something going. Please tell me I didn't just delete the whole blueprint. I think now we are... another floor hole over. Yeah, I started playing this game when, well, technically update 4, but I only played for like maybe an hour's gameplay before update 5 came out. So I want to say update 5 in early access is when I started playing, and I've literally, like, it's been my only real go-to game for like 2 years now, at least. Like, Occasionally I'll throw a little bit of World of Warcraft in there if I just feel like a little change for a bit. Before I started playing this, I was playing Minecraft like quite a bit. But then again, I haven't touched Minecraft since 1.17.2, I think. Which is nuts. I mean, there's been a lot that's changed in Minecraft since I played. But just everything about this game is like, it's enough thinking that, I mean, it's not just mindless gaming, shooting, whatever you're doing. You do have to put some thought into some stuff. If you do have the creative bone, like I love doing like mega builds in Minecraft and making some really crazy, like you can go back through some of my older live streams of some of the builds that I was doing. A lot of the stuff I did was all in survival as well too. You could build some fantastic things. Now, I haven't got into the architecture end of this game, but what I've really enjoyed is like symmetry and building things that, you know, technically could be a factory that could exist because nothing's like colliding with each other and that type of thing. I think I got all the inputs done there. Output side on this one is this line +2. So we are going with our merger. Priority. Followed by this one of priority. And an awesome sync. We're gonna throw some elevators in. Okay, so priority from the line below, then it's feeding this one, and then priority from the line on the right, then it's feeding this one, and dumping into an awesome sync 1,200 items, and then we're on our next row up top here. Which we are going to just shoot off this way. Priority is right there. And then this next one up here is going to be the splitter again. Hopefully we can get this all connected tonight and make sure it's working. I got about another 45 minutes left of the stream here. But I kind of want to make sure it's all working before I call it. So this should be the center hole on this one. Oh, I didn't delete out that sign first. Can I get it from here? Yes, I can. Yoink. Might as well do this while we're up here. All the way back down. What is this, number 8? So if that's 8, this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but I think we're going to have to move some of those because this is Yeah, that's the last one for this. We're coming in from this one now. Quick reminder, everybody, reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the notification bell so you can be notified when I've uploaded a new video. And why did that not come all the way down with me? And it's because this floor is in the way. So we're going to try that again. It should be able to do that full distance. Make sure it actually connects to it properly. There we go. I might not have actually like clicked on the conveyor hole properly. You're seriously, did I find its limit? No way. Is there a limit between the I thought there was no limit on conveyor holes. Apparently I found a limit, so let's go with... Or I bet you I'm not lined up, is that what it is? It should be connecting to the center down here. No, that looks like it's dead center. So I think we actually found the limit of being able to stretch your elevator. So we're going to go on this one. The previous one connected, so this should connect with no problem. Yeah, it did. So apparently there is a limit between the holes. I hadn't actually ran an elevator that far that I would have come across that limit. So that's your maximum elevator build height is right there. Well, give or take a little bit. What conveyor was that? Was number 8, right? So this will be... Come on. Come on, give me the right one. Conveyor 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I do need to come up a level on this one now because I'm at the maxed height. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. Need to put a riser in there. Wait. What did I do wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was 8. Yeah, I was doing 9. I just didn't connect it at this bottom end. Getting ahead of myself. 10, 11, 12. Let me just redouble check these. So 1 goes in the bottom. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't need this one. And this will be 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, I don't need that conveyor hole. One extra conveyor hole. Okay, that's the input side. We are 2 here, so we are splitting out on this one. Any and overflow. Wait, did I look at that? Oh, I didn't. Oh, you know what? Just gonna do a quick little double check on these. Make sure I've got the overflows and the other ones turned off that need to be turned off. So we're mainline out, going up. This is overflow that way, none that way. Okay, that's good. Moving up to the next one. This is any that way, overflow that way, none that way. That's good. I'm not a total scrub on those two. Coming up to this one. Any out that way, overflow, and none. We're good. Coming up to this one, which is right here. We are any, overflow, none. Any, overflow, none. Okay, so far we're doing okay. I didn't screw up. That last one, I almost screwed it up, so I wanted to make sure. Any going forward, overflow to the right, nothing to the left. Okay. I'm not a complete putz. Any. Overflow. I think we're going to come up on this one right here. High priority going that way. We're low priority on that one, so we are just going to spin this out this way. Little feedback loop. Any going forward, overflow to the left. That's set up right. High priority in the middle, which is our overflow line. And then we are an awesome sink. Right hither. And then we are going to be another awesome sink. Right here. Throw down my conveyor hole, and then we got to grab our elevator, fire that into this side. Okay, priority will be coming in from the left. And dumped into the awesome sink. Perfect. Time to turn the fog off so we can kind of see what's going on here. Yoink. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's doing the job. Another floor. Okay, what floor hole are we on this one? It is not this one, but this one. Throw our elevator in. This is 90'd. We can delete this. This can be deleted as well. Same with this. Reanimated Sam floor hole. I really didn't think that we would have to worry about a maximum height elevator using the floor hole trick, but apparently they do cap it. So I'm thinking that it's actually by intent then, that they designed the game that way so that you could have these long elevators rather than having to stop every distance that it would max out at and put a floor hole. So this is dealing with 10 full Caterium lines so far. We have 3 more of these double layer tiers that we've got to put on to get the last 2.5 lines dealt with. We got an autosave incoming. Autosave is complete. So obviously this save is not crazy like my iron one, because my iron one, where I did all the coal, all the iron nodes, and then turned it all into coal power and then converted all the iron ore into pure iron ingots, that was starting to like eat up my save pretty good. This one's going to do the same thing. Like, I can guarantee you that sooner or later this is just going to be like, yep, no, I'm done. We're gonna hope not though. Priority merger. That's gonna go out. We are merging from this side. Can I get away with just... No, I'm gonna put the conveyor hole in the center. Okay, so this is our splitter line that we got to do. Any out that way, overflow out to the left, that's totally fine. Our little loop, and if you weren't here earlier, the reason why I put this little loop in here is it just gives us a little bit of an accumulative pool for the priority merger to be able to pull from. Quick reminder, reach down, hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, ring the notification bell so you know when I'm putting up another video or live stream. Okay, so that should be another 1,200 items per minute of bauxite ore being converted from the Caterium ore. Let me just double check this. Any and overflow, that's correct. Priority coming in from the right. Excellent. And this is an overflow line, so this is going to be priority merged this way. We can go with the conveyor hole right beside it. And this is another 1,200 item awesome sink right here. But this is priority from the right. Excellent. 10 full lines of conveyor dealt with. I got 2 more full lines of Caterium we got to deal with, so. Another blueprint on top. Let's deal with the reanimated as soon as it's finished building. Okay. Reanimated Sam first. Okay, which conveyor hole are we on? We are on the edge one now. Let's actually grab the right conveyor hole. You should be able to 90 this. What is... Hold the phone. Ah, let's go to the right floor. We could delete that and that and that because we were on the wrong floor and that wasn't working right. This is right. Delete out that sign. Okay, now that's working the way it's intended. Man, we're definitely moving product around this map. And conveyors for the win. It's always a much more consistent delivery than trying to deal with truck logistics or train logistics or drone logistics. I love conveyors. Not to mention it looks amazing when you have product just flying around on them all the time. Probably doesn't do anything for frame rate, but... Okay, so bauxite input is done. Reanimated SAM input is done. Now we're dealing with output, which is a brand new output line. So this is going to go this way. Now I need my smart splitter. any out that way and overflow to the right. Priority merge this way. Of which input has to come in from that side. This can be dropped down. Priority input goes 960 up this way, and then we're combining it with 240 going this way. Another awesome sink. And another priority merger going in there, and from the center, that's totally good. And now we need another floor in again. Are we already with another floor? Yeah, I guess. Blueprint, please. Thank y'all. And we got the input side, yes. Okay, which hole are we going after this time? I believe we're inputting on that one. Okay, deal with the reanimated SAM first, because that's the easiest. Because it just keeps zigzagging all the way up through this tower. This is going that way. 90 degree it in. We can delete this piece. I believe this is conveyor number 12 of the full conveyor lines. And then we just have the half one to do. Yes. That is our last full Caterium line that we're dealing with right now. So we've got, let's look on the output side here now, because this is always the tricky part. We got 1,200 items coming out here, 480 or 240 coming out with that one, and then this is a full line. So we got to throw another awesome sink up here. I think I can get away with a conveyor hole here too, just like so. Okay, so we are actually priority in on the right on this one, and then we're dumping into an awesome sink. Because that is 1,200 items per minute. And then another full line. This one is a merger, priority merger. But we have to come out with this one. And to make this a little easier, we're going to bring it over to there. $90 it in. Okay, so now we need the splitter on this one. This is actually, it's actually going to work out to a perfect number of full bauxite lines is what this is going to work out to. I just realized that. Where are we here? I need a splitter. Smart splitter. You're any and you are overflow. Followed by a little feedback loop. Priority on that side. This will give us our 240 overflow. And then we are another awesome sink right here. Okay, so now I gotta build half of this. I'm still gonna use the blueprint, but I only need one floor of it. So I'm going to, well, we'll get everything connected first and then I'll kind of go from there. Okay, where's this next hole gotta be? It's the middle of this one. Okay. Un conveyor hole. That way. Elevator. Okay, so this actually marks the end of this line. So there will not be any overflow. So we're just going to have any and then none here. And then this marks the end of, this is going to be none. This is going to be overflow. So I need to deal with I'm just going to go like that. Put an awesome sink here. This is going to be for the the remainder of the reanimated Sam. Because I think we're only using, we're not fully using all the Sam from this, the reanimated Sam. So there's going to be some leftover on it. Okay. So that should take care of the reanimated Sam. Of which I can... Oh, we got to get it connected though. It's not fully taking care of it. Elevator. Okay, reanimated Sam is now connected. This whole floor can go. I don't need any of the stuff on this top floor. Just using a little extra caution because I don't want to delete anything that I should keep. Ooh, oh, I'm going to keep the roof. I'm keeping the roof. Okie dokie, so that's fine. This input's not connected. I gotta finish that first. Before I jump on to taking care of the output side, I want to make sure inputs are all hooked up. And this line is only dealing with 600 items per minute. Okay, input is all taken care of. Now we just finish up the output. Make sure all of the Caterium is kind of pre-stocked in here, of which it's not. Where did I stop doing that at? Wait, I thought I did a lot more than that. No, I guess not. Hey, why didn't that load? There we go. All the multipliers are in there. That's good. Well, I'm going to have to give myself a little bit more Caterium here. Just grab like 10 more stacks. Advanced. Select items to give. We're going to Caterium in ore. We want stacks of it. We want like 10 more. I just don't like it's going to take so long for these to fill, which is why I'm preloading them. But there's lots of reanimated, so I'm not worried about the reanimated Sam. Just the Caterium. Oh, I still need more. I still need 3 more stacks. Want it as stacks. Okay, these are now primed and ready to go when I hook up the conveyors. Output side, I gotta deal with that. And this last one is this way. So we are priority in this way, priority in this way. We're throwing a bunch of belts down. We're gonna throw conveyor hole in. And another awesome sink. Okay, I think... So how many bauxite conveyors does this get us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, we get 20 more conveyors of bauxite. Holy sheepshanks. That's way more than we get off of just from the world. Because we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We get 11 full conveyors, plus I think it's like 300 items per minute. And we're getting another 20 just from converting the Caterium. Oh, we're going to have so much aluminum. Oh my God, this is going to be nuts. Because we're going to do the exact same thing again too with copper. So, oh, I'm kind of stoked. We're going to end up with so much screws out of this. I guess now the thing is does this work? Do I turn it on and make sure it works? I hope it works. Yeah, let's just hook these up and see what happens. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. This will stop at some point because, of course, everything's already full. And until I get the SAM turned on, the reanimated SAM, it's going to take a hot second for that to get charged up. Okay, 2 more conveyors to hook up here. And then we hook up the reanimated SAM. And then I guess it's a matter of just watching to make sure things are flowing. Okay, we're going to throw a bunch of these like monitors on here to make sure that it's all flowing as intended. Oh, it's already working. Okay, this should be filling up. This should be coming through at 1,200 items. It takes a while for this stuff to get caught up. But this should be at 1,200 items per minute here. I'm just going to keep kind of running along here, throwing down some more of these, and we'll come back and like double check them. But I'm not seeing any gaps in it. It does take them a while for them to balance out, so. And then, of course, as these top ones, they got to start filling up with the reanimated ore, the reanimated SAM as well, right? So it'll take them a hot minute to do that. Like here, we don't have the reanimated SAM up here yet. It's coming. Yeah, it's just taking its time. It's taking its time. It's working. It's working. Freaking A. You know what? I'll grab some stacks of reanimated SAM as well too, just so we can start filling this thing up more. Let's go with escape. Advanced, select item, reanimated, Sam. We're going to grab like 20 stacks of it just to kind of get the ball rolling here. Get things primed. You're full. You're full. You're full. Let me just double check where the input side is. So yeah, it's coming from here. You're full. You're full. Full, full. This one's not full. It is now. Now you're full. Now you're full. Get rid of short stacks. We're getting there. Things are filling up. We're just getting it all primed. Getting some of the hard work done. Man, it sounds weird, those alien machines doing their thing. Apparently 20 stacks might... Oh, I guess it was enough. Why did that not look like it was totally full? I think I might need to grab a few more stacks. Yeah, a few more it is. Escape, advance, select item, reanimated. Three. Oh, I only needed two. Okay, so this should be overflowing now. A little bit. Can't remember what the exact output's going to be on it, but we can throw these down now. And everything else should be primed, so we can go to every one of these awesome sinks. And they should be throwing in 1,200 items now. 1,200. 1,200. 1,200. I can't get over how much bauxite we're making. Was that 12? Yeah, it was 1,200. Thought I saw a gap there for a second, but I might have been just thinking I did. Okay, have I got all of them yet? I had a bunch of them already done from the lower end. There we go. So this one, first one should have balanced out now. Yeah, it says 1,200 items. So far, so good. Everything now, every once in a while you'll see these fluctuate. They'll go down to like 11.99 every once in a while, but it's doing 1,200. It's just they're not the most accurate measuring tools that they've got in games, so it's just supposed to give you kind of a rough idea. And if you see like a significant difference, like say it's 1150 or something like that, then you know you've got a hang up somewhere, that things aren't merging properly, or you don't have priorities set up right. But so far, every one of these are bang on 1,200 items per minute. 20 extra conveyors of bauxite. That is absolutely insane. Oh, I didn't put one on this one. Zoink. Which is the last line. Dude, we did it. We've now converted every single Caterium ore in-game into bauxite ore. That gives us what? 11 times 1,200. No, the 31 times 1,200 plus 300. 37,230 bauxite is what we're sitting at now. In-game. That we are eventually going to be converting into alumina solution. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to make some screws. This could take us some time, but we're going to make some screws. Let's look at the to-do list now. To-do list visible. Okay, so bauxite nodes gathered. Check. SAM nodes gathered. That's done. Reanimated SAM crafted. That's done. Caterium nodes gathered. That's done. Caterium converted to bauxite is complete. Our next one on our to-do list is copper nodes gathered is what we got to do next. So that's where the next couple of live streams are probably going to support, are going to take the dive into, because I believe there is, I'm just going to load up Satisfactory calculator here right now. I want to check and see how much copper there is. Satisfactory calculator. No, I could probably just look at the wiki. Satisfactory wiki. Copper ore. Where are you here? If I could spell copper ore. Oh, seriously? My fingers don't work. Apparently it's late. Copper ore. There is, if all the miners are running at 250%, Mark III miners running at 250%, we're going to get 36,900 copper ore. 36,900 divided by 1,200. That's going to be 31 conveyors worth of copper that we've got to go out and get. And if we look at our mini map out here and I highlight copper ore, you can see there is freaking nodes everywhere. It's going to take us some time to get all of those nodes gathered and moved all the way over to this end of the map where we will build this again. We'll have another row here. So this is our bauxite row. This is our SAM row. This is our Caterium row. There'll be a row here of conveyors that's going to bring down all of the copper ore that we are going to then turn around and do this exact same tower structure into turning it all into bauxite. And then, man, am I even going to have enough coal and everything for all this? I don't know. That's why I'm going to be doing all the petroleum coke. We'll gather all the petroleum. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot to still do out there. Yeah. It's going to take some more time to get everything all kind of figured out. But at least now we know what our next project is. That's going after the copper. And thanks for chilling and hanging out with us. It took just a little over 2 hours to convert all of the Caterium into bauxite. I'm one step closer towards trying to come up with that record screw manufacturing. So stick around for the live streams. And of course, then when it's all done, I'll have one consolidating video kind of showing everything that has all been completed. But for now, thanks for hanging out. Hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, ring the notification bell to be notified when I do upload a new video or start another live stream. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.